Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to be exploring and using Consensus, an AI-powered search engine that's a game changer for anyone who's doing research or writing a literature review. And Consensus offers this really simple and user-friendly interface that allows you to ask research questions directly and receive summaries based on actual research papers. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to get started with Consensus and also demonstrate how you can efficiently create a well-structured literature review using the store. So let's get started. So to start off with, we are going to try for free, and it's going to ask you to create your account either using your Facebook or Google account or your email address. So I'm just going to sign in with Google. And once you've done that, it's going to take you to that homepage where you can start asking your research questions. So before we type in the research question, let's just have a look at how Consensus is set up. So we've got here a synthesize and a Copilot button that we can toggle on or off. I'm just going to keep them on to show you how they work when we ask the research question. And below here, you're going to see examples of how you can actually ask the question. So you can ask how do certain relationships affect each other, discuss the pros and cons. So actually, Consensus recommends that you ask questions like yes or no questions, or questions that have a relationship between the variables. So I'm going to start off by asking a yes or no question that says, do skills affect graduate employability? And I'm going to enter them. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at here is the summary, and we can see that out of 10 papers that have been analyzed, we have a response to the yes or no question that we have asked. And response says, some studies suggest that skills like communication, teamwork, problem solving, and leadership positively impact graduate employability, while other studies highlight the importance of structured work experience and employer involvement in course design. Okay, so this summary gives us this quick answer to our research question. It allows us to understand the broader trends, the key debates, the literature straight away without having to sift through a large number of papers. So it's actually a very good starting point that we can use in our literature review, and it gets us to start thinking about the key topics that we want to explore. So for example here, we know that skills are important. However, we know also that there are certain studies that are telling us that's not enough and that we need to be focusing on the structured work experience and employer involvement. So initially, we have got that top level answer to our question. Okay, the next really useful feature that Consensus has is this consensus meter. So basically, we were told in the summary that some studies suggest that skills are important, but that other studies are saying that no, there are other aspects that need to be involved. But we don't know exactly how many studies are saying yes, they're important, and how many studies saying that there are other features that need to be considered. So what the consensus meter does is, out of the number of papers that have been analyzed, which in this case is 9 papers, it's telling us that the majority of the papers have a yes answer to this question, that skills do affect graduate employability. So we have a 78% consensus here, but also that we have 22% of the papers that are saying no, there are other important aspects that need to be considered. What this can do is help us identify the research gaps or the areas in the literature we need to dig deeper into in order to help us solve these gaps. So the next feature that is extremely useful is the Copilot. And you can see here that it gives you a structured response that's a lot more detailed. And what Consensus has done is extracted the key insights and answers from the individual papers, helping me to understand the key areas that I need to focus on. So I can see here that the main headings are work experience and employer involvement. And then underneath that, it tells me why this is important, and then soft skills as well. And then it tells me that their presence in positively influences employment opportunities. And then I've got a section on learning and adaptability. I've also got a section here on mixed outcomes of classroom-based employability skills. So again, this could be an area that I explore further and find the opposing viewpoints and any other research gaps that might be existing. And then skill deficiencies and employer expectations. And then the economic and social factors. What I like to do once I get these key insights is that I usually like to copy the information that I've extracted from Consensus, and then I like to use them to start building my outline for my literature review. So what I'll do here is that I'll paste these categories in, and you'll see that they already will start to form some of the main themes that I'll tackle in my literature review. And we can see that the first area here, the work experience and employer involvement, I'm just going to highlight this area because I know it's a key area that I'm going to be focusing on, because I've already been told in the summary that this is an area with opposing viewpoints. not only does consensus give us the key insights, but what it also does is that it tells us what references it has used and what articles in order to come up with this response. So I can see here that it's used the article on enhancing graduate employability's best intentions and mixed outcomes by Cranmer. And if I click on this reference, I get the full article, again, a top level summary on the article, and I can then explore the article further. And I got the second reference here by Mason and colleagues, and again, the name of the article that's been used. And you can see that it's done this for every single section. So already I have an indication of not only the key areas that I want to be focusing on in my literature review, but also the references and the articles that I can use to integrate and to support the argument. Now, I'm going to show you something else that I like to do as a follow-up. Once I've gone through the main key areas, I've read the papers, I've analyzed them, I've understood the topics, and then what I can do is I'm going to ask follow-up questions for each section as well in order to get more detailed responses and to continue building my outline. So for example, the section on work experience and employer involvement, which I know is a key section, so I just ask a follow-up question related to that. And I'm going to enter here, how does work experience and employer involvement impact graduate employability? You can see that consensus is again come back with that top level summary, and it tells us that they are important. We know that already from the previous response. But what it does here is it provides us this extra detail by telling us why they're important. So they provide valuable experience supporting skill development. However, some studies note that the impact on full-time employment rates may vary. So now you can see it's introduced another aspect that helps me build on my literature review. And then again in the Copilot, the detailed key insights. So I already know that it has the positive impact. Some of them I'm not going to include that. But I've got another detail here, which is paid employment during studies, pre-entry work experience, employer perception. And again, I've got all the references. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my outline, and under work experience and employer involvement, you can see that I can now start adding more detail here, and I'm going to paste in the additional information that I've gotten from asking this specific question. And you can already see how this outline is starting to take shape. And not only am I getting relevant points that are being answered that I can include in my literature review, but I also have the relevant references for each section. Now, the next thing I want to focus on is the individual references. So as we said, if we scroll down or if we click on the reference, we can open that and we can look at it in more detail. So for example, here, if we look at the first reference, we have got something called highly cited, which tells us that this paper is in top 5% of the most cited papers in our database. It's got 604 citations. We know it's an influential paper. And this is what consensus does. It's based its analysis on really relevant papers. And I know this because it's used Cranmer, for example, who's an influential writer in this field. And then if I click on this article, what it does is that it gives me again that one sentence response to the question that I initially asked. So for example, here it says employability skills, teaching and learning can produce mixed outcomes, and resources should be better spent on employment-based training and experience. And not only that, but it also gives me a key takeaway, and then it tells me some more information about the articles. So here, for example, we've got the journal that it's actually been published in. So I know this is all studies in higher education, and it tells me actually the score of the journal. So I know it's a Q1 journal, so it's a top, most influential type journal. And not only that, but there's really important aspects that it mentions, which are called study snapshots. So I know the location of the journal, it tells me the methods that were used, like the survey and data analysis, the outcomes. So it's talking specifically about graduate market prospects. And then it tells me the results of the study cite the article. So you can use the APA format, the MLA format, Chicago, Harvard, BibTeX, and then you can just copy the citations. You can share this article, or you can copy key takeaways, or you can share the link with your colleagues or whoever's collaborating with you. And then the really interesting thing is that if I find that this article is extremely relevant, what I can do is I can actually go to the references of this article, and it gives you that one sentence summary of the article. So not only do you have the title, but you can quickly figure out in the references whether this is an article that I want to read next or not. So for example, employability and quality, I could see here that good quality higher education contributes to graduate employability, but focusing solely on employment may harm other developmental outcomes. So again, this is extremely relevant to what I'm looking at. So what I'll do is I'll click on this article. And again, I've got all the information that I need from this article, such as the key takeaways, the study snapshot, where it's been published, and credential citations as well. And again, you can see how Consensus can save so much time by bringing all that relevant information to you in one place. You can make decisions quickly and efficiently about what to include and what not to include. And let me show you another amazing feature that you can get with the Copilot, and that is you can actually get it to give you an outline or to help you compose the different sections in your literature review. So if I go back to my outline, you can see here that I have various points under work experience and employer involvement, and I want to add some more information under the section soft skills. So I can now enter another prompt that says, give me an outline showing the effect of soft skills on graduate employability, and I'm going to enter that. And what you can see now is that it's again taken 10 papers and it's analyzed them, and it's now given me a full outline on the effect of soft skills on graduate employability, including an introduction which has a definition, perceptions of soft skills, so the students versus the employer's perceptions, and then key soft skills for employability, the impact on employment opportunities, educational applications, recommendations, conclusions. And not only that, but it's given me a full list of references that I can use. And again, I've copied these sections, and now what I'm going to do is add them in the section on the soft skills. And you can see how the Copilot again has helped me complete the different sections in my outline. So not only can the Copilot generate outlines, but can also help you write certain sections of your literature review. So for example, I'm going to ask it here to write an introduction on the effect of soft skills on graduate employability. And all you'll see is that the Copilot has come back with the full introduction on the effect of soft skills and graduate employability. It's added the references in the different sections, and I have the references showing here below. And as always, with any AI-generated tool, you're going to find that you can't use the actual output directly. You have to read through it, you have to paraphrase it, but it's good to give you that initial starting point that gets you to organize your thoughts and have the main key themes. Now, another thing that you can do with Consensus that is actually quite useful is that you have an option to save your references under a list. So for example, if I come up to this bookmark button, what I can do is I can create a new list. And if you can see here, it's got the title of my search. So I can keep that, or I can change it to any name that I want. So I'm going to keep that Do Skills Affect Graduate Employability, and I'm going to use that to create a new list. And once I have that new list and I'm done with it, then every time I find a reference that I think is really suitable, what I can do is then I can add that paper to that list. So for example, I already know that this is one of my good references and I want to be keeping that. So I'm going to head here to the Save button and I'm going to select the list that I've created. And once I click Done, I can carry on adding different papers to the list. So for example, this is another good one. So I'm going to save that one to that same list. And if I come to the left-hand side here and find the bookmark button, what I'll see is the lists all documented here. And if I go to the relevant one, which I've just collected now, to Skills Affect Graduate Employability, I'll see that all my references have been saved to this list. Is really useful so that you can keep track of your sources. And you can also have the option to export it as a CSV file or REST file if you wanted. And what this does is that for every section in your literature review, you know exactly the collection of sources that you want to be using. So for my first section here, for example, is the impact of work experience and employer involvement on graduate employability. You can already see the list of sources that I have for that section. So the other great feature that you get with Consensus is that it allows you to filter the different papers. If you're looking for more recent papers, you can then specify the years that you want the publications to be in. Or if you're looking to write a more systematic review that tracks the main developments in literature, then you can leave that open, or you can specify a certain number of years. And then a really good one here is the methods as well, especially when you're writing a literature review. If your review, for example, is focused on specific case reports that you would like to look into observational studies, then you can select that. Or if you wanted to look at systematic reviews or meta-analyses, these are really important. So just filtering by methods, this can save you a huge amount of time. And with Other search engines like Google Scholar don't always get that kind of accuracy that you would get in here with consensus. The other really amazing thing is that you can also specify the study details. So, for example, if you wanted a control study, you can toggle that on. Or if you wanted a certain sample size, so you want a minimum, say for example, 100 participants, you can specify that as well. If you want to know the duration of the study, or if you want specific journals. So that filtering option can really streamline your search process and help you in collecting most relevant papers for your study. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that you can actually access consensus on the ChatGPT store. So if you go to Explore GPTs, you can then search for consensus, and then you can see that it's got over 5 million conversations, and you can actually do your searching here on the GPT store. So I'm going to start my chat. Again, you can just type in your different questions. So I can actually get it here to write my outline as well. So I'm going to write write an outline on the impact of skills in graduate employability. And you can see it's come back with a full outline as well. And you can use it for so many different things. You can put files, you can ask it questions. So quite a useful GPT to have. So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope that you give consensus a try, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.